Once again, welcome to Grace Yoga. This has been a really interesting and fun challenge to get these on Zoom for you, but it's been fun too. So it's always great to see your faces. Take a moment to just relax and settle in. You do that with just breathing, as we always do. If you will just sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, lift your crown up, and just begin to focus and connect to your breath. Whoops.
God bless you.
I'll just mute you, whoever that was. Bless you. And then let's just take a little bit of time now to deepen the breath, right? So you're going to go from just connecting with that breath and feeling yourself settle into your mat into some yogic breathing. When you start your yogic breath, always start with the exhale, right? Just take a pull all the air out, push your belly back against your spine, just exhale, exhale all the way. And then just let your belly relax so that your lungs can fill all the way to the bottom. You'll feel your belly rise a little bit, and then just take all that air up into the upper chest. Fill that spot. And then exhale again. Let the chest deflate, let the belly deflate, and then push back. Get it to empty completely. Inhale, relax it. Fill up to the top, and exhale. Close your eyes and just focus on that breath for a moment. As you're inhaling and exhaling, just notice how you feel connected through the sides of your feet on the floor, your legs. Wiggle those hips down in a little bit. Really feel your sense of connectedness to the face of the earth. One more yogic breath. As you finish the breath and just notice how you're feeling, set an intention for your practice. I'll try not to look at my watch too much, just have to do a couple of settings here so I stay on task, right? And begin to stretch out your side. So I'm going to move back so you can see my whole body. I want you to just lift and lengthen again, as tall through your spine as you can. And we'll start with the right hand, just reaching up and opening up that side body, right? So lift again and bring the fingertips as close to the ceiling as you can. Now breathe in and bring them up just a little bit more, and then over you go. As you reach and lengthen that arm, take a big breath in, and then exhale, just float down a little bit more. Let's pause right here for a second, let things open up, and then do it again. Inhale and lengthen, exhale, come down a little bit, pause again. We've got one more breath right here. Inhale, reach, exhale, float down, and come on back up. Same thing. Inhale with the left hand, breathe in, exhale over. And inhale, reach a little bit, and exhale, and just pause for a breath. You got one more, nice big reach. Inhale, exhale it down. And come on up. And let's go to the other side for one more series of stretching. Just lifting up, exhaling over, rolling your shoulder away from the top of the mat. Look up at your hand, breathe in, and take it down again. And again, breath in and down. One more. And come on up. Same thing. Bring up the left hand, breath in. Exhale over. Roll your shoulder back, look up, breathe in. And one more. And come on up. Both hands out, nice big stretch across your chest. Take a full breath in, and then bring your right hand to your left knee. And as you twist, you get to the end of that twist, and then exhale it all. Push your left hand into the floor, lengthen your spine, breathe in, twist, exhale. And one more time, really long spine, breath in, twist, exhale. And then come on back, nice wide stretch again, really open it up. And then to the opposite side, left hand to right knee, exhale. And again. You've got one more on this side. And then come on back. Lift up and lengthen, take a full breath in and fold just at the hips. Keep your back long, so pull your belly up against your spine to keep it long. Bring your hands out in front, stretch your hips. Lift up and lengthen, fold a little deeper, exhale and let your hips just open up. Last time, breath in, fold, just walk those fingers out a little bit further, exhale all the way. And then come on back and switch the fold of your legs. Whatever was in front is going to come in the back. As you get yourself pressed up and long, keep your belly pulled up against your spine so your spine stays straight. Inhale and walk out with the exhale. And two more breaths on this side. Lengthen with the inhale. Exhale, walk your hands out. And then just do that one more time. As you walk your hands back, tuck your feet underneath and rock up onto your hands and knees. As you rock up onto your hands and knees, get yourself into a perfect little tabletop. So look down and spread your fingers wide, press the floor away, and then press it away again so those arms are long and strong. Scoot your hips back and your crown forward, and then when you're ready, we'll do cat-cow. Inhale, lift your head and lift your hips and relax your belly. And then tighten your belly. Begin to pull it up against your spine. Round up, look back at your legs and get a good stretch in your spine. And then you can start out kind of easy, inhaling and exhaling at your own pace, but starting out with just a little arch maybe, and as you get warmer, you can deepen it in both directions. Drop the belly further and arch the back. Make your way back to neutral now and square up that table again. Right, pressing the hips and just really getting it square. And then I want you to just take a nice big breath in and look over your right shoulder at your right foot and extend the left side of your rib cage out so you get a good stretch. Keep your hips right even with your knees so you don't move your hips, just the side body. Inhale. Now you're going to look left and stretch the right side out. Same thing, just reach through the ribs and take a good stretch, the side body. And then keep doing that. Inhale and look to the right. Come on back. Inhale, look to the left, stretch right. And as you come back to neutral, we'll put both of those moves together. So lengthen your spine, take a nice big breath in, and you're going to move your ribs over to the right, down through your cow, over to the left, up through your calf, and over to the right, and down through the cow, over to the left, up, round it up, pull it up, and then come all the way to the side. So your body feels like it's just moving around a barrel, right? Just keep going with that for another 2 times. And then come back to neutral and do it in the opposite direction. So taking your ribs over to the left, down through cow, over to the right, up and around, and then take a couple more, maybe 3 more. Think about the breath being part of this. And back to neutral. Square up your table and move to your hips. Drop your hips down and then over to one side, forward and around to the other side. And here's where you think about your breath too, just letting it match the movement. However that naturally works for you. The next time you come to your heels, reverse the circle and go the opposite direction. As you finish the circle you're on, take your knees wide, bring your toes to touch, drop your hips to your heels, and take a wide-legged child's pose. So as you scoot your hips back, walk your hands forward, then relax your arms and shoulders as you bring your third eye to the floor or to a block or your hands, but put some pressure and then pause for 2 breaths. Just let that yogic breath fill your body all the way up and exit all the way up. Bringing yourself back into tabletop. We'll continue some stretching here. Starting with tabletop and right leg lifted up a little bit so that your weight is on your left knee, but your toes are curled under and you're just going to rock them back and forth. And then you're going to keep your toes folded under, press your heel back, and stretch the bottom of your foot. And then take your leg all the way back, curl those toes under, and press into the heel, and stretch out your calf. Then gently lift that right leg, cross it over to the left side of your body, turn over your left shoulder, and just keep going out towards the edge of the mat with your hip so that you create a big C with your body and get a stretch from your shoulder through the leg on the right side. Making your way back We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So starting now with the left foot, curl your toes under and just rock back and forth on the toes. Hopefully you have more than one. One more time on this side. And then press the heel back. Keep your knee bent, press through the heel and stretch the bottom of your foot. And then take it back. As you take it back, curl those toes under and press through your heel until you feel the stretch in your calf. And then that left leg comes up and over to the right. You're going to look over your right shoulder and keep that nice long curve now to the left side of your body. I'm sorry, whatever side that is. You're looking right and you're stretching to the left. Come on back. Let's take one more here. We'll twist and do the thread the needle. So keeping yourself in tabletop, let's take your right hand up and just open up. Look up, stretch out, and then take that right hand, tuck it underneath your left. The right side of your head's going to come to the floor, and you're going to work that shoulder stretch. So as you move your right hand out, you can feel the shoulders stretch. Let your head rest on the floor. And then this left hand can wrap around your waist and open your shoulders a little bit more. And you have the option of taking the leg out. So bringing that left leg out, wrapping the left arm, and then just opening up. And then as you come back, you're going to bring your left hand right under your shoulder, the left knee back in, the right hand's going to reach up and twist again, back into tabletop. And then to the other side. So squaring up. Now you're going to take your right hand up. Tuck your right hand underneath your left. Right side of your head on the floor. And then wrap this hand around. And that might be where you stay. You have the option of taking that left leg out to the side and wrapping around that. And bringing the left hand back underneath your shoulder, the left leg back to kneeling, the right hand up again for a nice twist up and then down. There you have it. Bringing yourself into a good strong table, we'll move to standing now, moving through downward facing dog. So keep those hands nice and wide, push the floor away, shift your shoulders, lift your belly, curl your toes, and up you go. As you bring yourself into your downward facing dog, push into your hands, scoot your hips back, and then take one heel at a time down. Feel the stretch in your hips, legs, arms, spine. One last breath, and bring your knees to the floor. Take your knees wide, toes touch, hips drop back. We're going to take this child's pose and make it just a little bit more active. So once you get your forehead on the floor, I want you to walk your fingers forward. Taking 2 or 3 breaths here, walking the fingers forward, shifting the hips back and down. And then do that again. Walk forward, shift back and down so you feel your spine lengthen. Walking your hands now over to the left edge of your mat. Shifting your hips back, keeping your head down. Press into the right shin and the top of your right foot and extend back so you feel a stretch all down the side on the right. Walk your hands back to the center. Take that nice long spine stretch here. Fingers forward, hips back. Stretch here. And then bringing your hands to the right. As you bring your hands over to the right, you're going to get a good stretch on the left. So press the top of your left foot and left shin into the floor and just take a good stretch all through the side body. Coming back to the center, same thing. One more stretch. Fingers walk forward, hips stretch back, head drops down. Bring your hands into prayer here. So palms together, elbows walk forward, hands over your head. Continue to walk your elbows forward. Just get a good stretch in the back of those arms. And come on back up. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees come back underneath your hips. You're going to go back into the second downward facing dog. So push the floor away, shift the shoulders, use your core, curl your toes, come on up. Walk it out just a little bit more. Take one shift back. Lengthen your spine, breathe for one full yogic breath here. Begin to walk your feet up towards your hands and come into the first forward fold of the day. As you get your feet up, I want you to just extend your back, soften your knees, round your back. Let your shoulders relax, head and neck. Just hang for 2 breaths. Bend your knees deeply, hands come on top of your thighs. Slowly press yourself up. As you come into a standing posture, take a moment to get your Tadasana perfectly aligned. So your feet have about a fist width of space in between or so. It just depends on the comfort, but not too wide and not touching. And then just lift and lengthen through your body. Press your feet into the floor. And then do that again. Really press in so you feel the connection. And then just close your eyes for a second and sense the body. Sense the feet connecting, the ankles supporting you, calves, knees are soft, unlock them if they're locked. Your quads are active, hamstrings, belly, shoulders roll back, and you release your arms and relax all the way to the fingertips. Crown reaches up, lift that crown towards the ceiling. Pause for one more breath here. And then connect to your intention. Just go back to the intention that you set. Keep that thought active, right? And then let's do some half sun salutes. So bringing your hands to your heart. Take a full breath in, bring your hands up over your head, reach your fingertips to the ceiling, and stretch some more. There you go. And then bring your hands to your heart and all the way to the floor, folding all the way over, crown drops down. Inhale, come up to half, press your hips back, crown forward, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your hands wide. Fingertips reach out and up and stretch, and exhale to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold right down the center line with your hands all the way to the floor. Inhale, come up to half. Extend your hips back, crown forward, stretch out again. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, reach wide and come all the way up. Stretch up. And exhale, we've got one more of those. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. Lift it up. Exhale. And then we're just going to go into your arms. So right out to goddess arms. Keep your Tadasana alignment. So keep those feet connected. And then take a nice big breath in and bring your arms back towards your back body, right? So from the side, you're going to get your arms to come back behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades together and working that upper back. As you come forward with your arms, you're going to cross one under the other for eagle arms. Wherever you make it to is where your eagle arm is going to be. So if you need to have your hands on your shoulders, that works. You're just going to lift the elbows up and stretch the space in between the shoulder blades. And then take your shoulders or your elbows down and stretch that space the opposite direction. Bringing your elbows back up. From your eagle arms, you're going to just cross the opposite direction. Lift your fingertips up, or your elbows, whatever it is that you've got going on. And then take your elbows down and stretch. Come back to neutral and come back to goddess. Breathe in, exhale, take them back again. Nice big stretch across the front of your shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades together. As you lift up and lengthen, tighten your belly a little bit right here. And then we'll do one more here with the square, right? You're gonna bring your arms just into a square. Keep them parallel to the floor. Squeeze your elbows together and then pull your elbows back, pull the whole square back towards you. As you tighten up under the arm, that's serratus anterior. If you lift up a little bit and tighten your belly, you can also add your abdominals, obliques, and serratus all at the same time. Squeeze tight, hold tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release and just switch. We'll do it one more time. Same thing, big square. Pull your elbows towards each other, pull your elbows, the whole square, back towards your body. Ignite the serratus, those muscles under your arms. Once they are really nice and tight, you can lift up, tighten your abdominals, pull a little harder, get your obliques, abs, and serratus all to tighten. Get it nice and tight, and then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands up over your head, stretch your side body. Exhale, bring your arms down. Cool. Taking a step to the top of the mat, we'll engage in a little psoas stretching. If you have blocks or books that you can use to put your hands on, great. If you don't, we can do without. So bringing your hands to your heart and inhale, reach up. Take a nice big stretch up. Exhale, come all the way down to the floor. Hands touch your mat. Gaze forward and take your right leg back. Once you get that right leg back, inch your left foot forward and drop the right knee. And make sure your left shin is perpendicular to the floor. So knees right over ankle. You can use your books or blocks, or you can just bring your fingers to the floor. Make sure this right knee is back far enough that you feel already a stretch in the psoas. Breathe in. Exhale the left knee forward, stretch out your right hip. And then rock back, stretch out your left hamstring. So lengthening through your spine and just folding and folding and folding with a flat back. Hold for a breath. Just let this relax and open. And then rock forward. Your psoas is going to stretch again. So as you lift and lengthen your back, breath in, exhale, left knee goes forward, right hip stretches. And rocking back, left hamstring. Lengthen through your spine, breath in, fold flat. This time bring your toes back a little bit and really get a good stretch. And we're going to do that one more time. You're coming forward to stretch the psoas, your hip flexor. So breathe in, stretch a little further, and come on back. Exhale back. Lengthen your back. Oh, bring your toes back, get a deep stretch. Coming forward, you're going to just bring that right knee up off the floor. You're going to bring that right foot up to meet your left. There you are in a forward fold. Inhale, come up. Stretch all the way up. Exhale. And then we'll go to the other side. I'm going to just turn around so you can see my hip as opposed to anything else. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Bring your left leg back. Bring your left knee to the floor. Remember, this right knee is going to be straight up and down to start. Your back is long. This knee, your left knee is behind your left hip, so you've already got a stretch in the hip. And now, inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee forward, stretch your left hip. And rocking back to stretch your right hamstring. Lift up through your spine, fold at the hips. And rock forward, stretch the hip. So lengthen, breathe in, bend through that right knee. And back. Up you go, fold. Ooh. Toes back. And last one, rock forward. Open it up, lengthen your spine. Drop that knee a little bit further towards the top of the mat. And come on back. Lengthen up, fold at the hips, lengthen the spine, bring the toes back, work that right hamstring. Coming onto your right foot, left knee comes up, left foot comes forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. As you come up, take your hands up over your head and stretch back. And exhale to your heart. Let's start at the top of the mat again with your standing series. So a couple of warrior side angles. Just make sure that you're starting in a Tadasana shape, and you can take a nice big breath in and pause here for a moment. And then the right leg's going to come back, the right leg's going to turn out, and you're going to drop yourself into your warrior. Little warrior two legs. So bringing that right knee, left knee out a little bit so that you've got a nice angle on this hip. Push your left foot into the floor so it's secure and really using some muscle. Bring your hands up over your head. Lift through the fingertips, tighten your belly, open your hands. There you go. Gaze over that left middle finger. Re-engage your yogic breath, keeping the lunge deep, the breath deep, the legs are strong. Breathe in and out. One more time. And then left hand up, right hand down. Stretch through your side body. Reach up and come down into that lunge. Get everything to stretch, and particularly opening up that left side of your body. Reach for one more breath. Fingertips up, lunges deep, open up. Back to warrior two. Full breath in and out. Hands to your hips, straighten your knee. Bring your left foot forward. We'll pause for a forward fold. So bringing those hips up, lengthen through your spine, scoot your hips back, lengthen, 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 hands right under your shoulders. Widen your stance if you need to. Push your hips back, bring your crown forward. So you have nice long spine. Now push the floor away again. And breathe into your back body for 2 breaths. Let the back rise up towards the ceiling. So you're really lifting and pressing some air into your back side of the lungs. Bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, press yourself up. Take a little shoulder roll here and turn your right foot out and take your warrior two on this side. So that left leg's gonna scoot back and press in, nice strong leg. Turn that right foot out, maybe just a tiny bit. So you feel the stretch here and align that knee right over your ankle. Bring your body up straight, so maybe the hands, so you can just lengthen through the side body and keep everything straight. Reach straight up to the ceiling, open up, and gaze to the right. Yogic breath for 2. Exalted warrior for 2. Warrior 2. Hands to hips. Straighten your knee. Bring your right foot forward. Lift up, forward fold. Nice wide-legged forward fold. Widen if you need to. Shift your hips back, crown forward. This time we'll walk your hands forward. As you walk your hands forward, you're going to drop your head right between your arms. So keep inching your fingers forward, shift your hips back, lengthen your spine, and then as you push your hips back, you should feel that good stretch in your hamstrings, lengthening in your spine, even some stretch down the backs of your arms. So hold here for 2 breaths. Scoot your hands back, so walk them back nice and easy. As you get to the center, realign yourself. Push the floor away, scoot your hips back, bring your crown forward. Maybe even a little bit more forward so the back is a little longer. Then begin to walk your hands back between your legs and shift so that your head, the crown of your head, is coming towards the floor. While you're in this deep forward fold, you can scoot your feet out just a little bit wider. You can put a block or a book or a pillow under your head so that you can really feel the pressure on the crown of your head as you bring it down. And then slowly bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, heel toe in just a smidgen so that you have plenty of support. As you bend your knees, put your hands on your thighs, take a big breath in here, and then come up to standing. Bring your feet together. Tadasana for 2 breaths. Just sink your feet in. Just notice how grounded and connected you can be. From your feet up, through your legs, through your torso, shoulders, head. Now just close your eyes and breathe. Feel the breath move in and out of your body. And then bring your hands to your heart. So you guys all are in a different studio than I am right now. It's your home studio. If you have the ability to hold onto a chair or a wall, and that feels more comfortable for your tree, then do that. Move away from your mat if you need to, so that you can just use the support you have. Let's start by shifting onto the left foot. As you bring your weight onto the left foot, we'll bring the right foot up for tree. So bring your hands to your heart for a second and just begin to open up that right hip. Just take a couple of circles. And then bring it back to the front, lift it up, externally rotate it. So you're going to bring that right knee up and open without making your hips move in any of these directions. They're even side to side and front to back. As you find the place that works best for your tree, it could be the floor, it could be your calf. You can just take a hold of your foot and bring it all the way up. Whatever you do, you need to be sure that your hips are where they're supposed to be. Hands to your heart. Pause while you're looking at your drishti here. Find that spot you're going to stare at for the next moment or two. And begin to feel that steadiness and some ease in the posture. As you breathe and focus, you should be feeling a little bit more steady. You can keep your hands at your heart or you can take them up. If you take them up, just take a nice big stretch up through your fingertips and then shift your shoulders down a little bit. And then remember that your stabilizing muscles are your belly and your glute, your standing leg glute. So that left leg is tight and your knee is soft, your belly's tight, your glutes tight, and you breathe. You just use that drishti and breathe in and out for 2 more breaths. And then the hands come to your heart. The knee comes to the front. Foot comes to the floor. Connect to Tadasana again. Press your feet into the floor and breathe. Shifting your weight now to the right foot. Bring your left knee up and just circle a couple of times. And then when you're ready, it comes up and open. As you find your place, you make sure your hips are where they're supposed to be. Hands to your heart, eyes to your drishti. Your drishti being that focal point where you can just keep your mind connected. Soften the knee, tighten the glute, tighten the belly. When you feel the steadiness come, you can take your arms up the rest of the way. They can stay at your heart. Whichever you choose, you're still going to work on that steadiness, that connectedness. 2 more breaths. Hands come to your heart if they're not already there. Knee comes forward. Left foot comes to the floor. Pause for a breath. Take a nice wide stance again. So bringing your feet wide on your mat. Right? The sides of your feet are parallel to the ends of the mat. The hips are lifted up, belly's tight, hands are up. Take a nice big stretch. As you open your hands here, let's turn out your left foot and come back into a warrior pose. As you get yourself into the warrior pose, sink down, take a nice big breath, and just scoot right over to a side angle. Then bringing your left hand onto your left thigh. Take your shoulder open, bring that right shoulder back so you feel that your shoulder, your hip, and your ankle are all aligned. And then that right hand reaches up. Caution here, tighten the belly. Right? As you come into your extended side angle, you want to make sure your spine is supported with your abdominal muscles. So lift up, tighten your belly, and then come over. And then get that side body to be as straight as you can. Reach through your fingertips, press through the foot, and let's pause here for 2 more breaths. Each breath is going to lift your fingertips further, each breath in, and each exhale is going to press your foot further back. And then we're going to just come up, reaching up with that right hand, come right back up. Bring your left foot forward, take a wide stretch here, and just go to the other side. Your right foot's going to turn out. Your right knee's going to bend. Hand onto your thigh or forearm. Left hand up. Align your shoulder, hip, and ankle. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale over. Reach through your fingertips. Press through your foot. Breathe. Keep your belly tight. And take 2 more breaths. And back to warrior, slow and steady. Pause. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your right knee. Bring your right foot forward. Bring your feet together. So you can heel toe in. You can bring them over. You can jump around. Find what works best for you. And then just pause. 1 more nice big breath. Taking yourself to the end of your mat. We're going to take 1 giant step forward with the left foot. So reach all the way forward and come into a high lunge. Your right heel is up off the floor and your left leg is steady with your knee right over your ankle. Bring your body back. Let that heel on your right foot reach towards the floor. Reach your hamstring up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. And then bring your hands up over your head. We'll take 2 breaths in this high lunge. Lifting your fingertips up on the inhale. As you exhale, soften down, deepen it. Do that 1 more time. Breathe in, exhale down. And then we're going to bring your hands all the way forward and all the way down. Now, some of you may want blocks under your hands here, or books, right? Where we're going to just work this left hamstring. So as you lengthen your spine, crown reaches forward, shift your hips back, and begin to straighten that left leg. So your straighten is anywhere between all the way bent and all the way straight. Just depends on your flexibility. But now reach your crown forward, shift your hips to be even. So probably the left hip needs to go back and the right hip forward a little bit. Lengthen the spine, breathe in, fold down. And then do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly come down a little bit further. Begin to release your forehead towards your shin. So maybe after 2 more breaths, each breath just gets you a little closer. You just float down a little closer on each exhale. Bringing your body back up to straight, bending that left knee, hands go on the left thigh. Press your body up, and then bring this right foot up to meet your left. Take a breath there, and then we'll do the other side. So from the back of your mat, maybe you're at the front, but you're going to take now your right foot forward. Same thing though. This thigh's back, the heel drops, the hamstring comes up, the body reaches back, and you're working on now the hamstring of your right leg. Come forward, lengthen out, bring your hands to the floor, and stretch out. Reaching down. Last breath, nice full breath in. Hold on the exhale. Come up with your body, bend your knee, bring your hands to your thigh, and bring your foot forward, right? Tadasana. As you come into your Tadasana, just take a couple of breaths. Let's just breathe in and breathe out. Come to the back of your mat, and then take a downward facing dog, or not, right? If you aren't up to it, this is level 1. You take as much into, or put as much into it as you can. But I'm going to just step forward, hands down, and step back and take a downward facing dog. Pushing the floor away, shifting the hips back, lengthening it out, bringing your heels as close to the floor as you can. And then knees down and knees wide. As you bring your knees to the edge of the mat, bring your toes together and shift back and down and let your head come down. Pause here for 3 beautiful yogic breaths. Just let yourself come back down to earth. And coming up, swing your feet in front of you so that you can come into a Dandasana. Just letting your feet go all the way forward. Heels go forward, toes come back. So you lengthen through the back. Push your hands in and just straighten your back all the way. Shoulders back, crown up, chin stays parallel to the floor, and you pause to breathe. As you close your eyes and breathe here, just press your heels into the floor. Calves, hamstrings, hips. Lengthen one more time through your back. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your crown. Last breath. As you open your eyes, we're going to come right into Baddha Konasana. Right? So sliding your feet back towards you and creating that pressure between the soles of your feet. Keep pressing the soles of your feet together until you can lift and you feel your belly. Just pressing your feet will tighten your belly for you. So keep them pressed. And then take a full breath and ease your knees towards the floor on the exhale. And we'll do that for 3 more breaths. Breathe in, exhale, soften. Now close your eyes for the next 2 breaths so that you can stay within and very focused. As you breathe in, exhale slowly. Let your mind work towards your inner thighs and just keep the body, breath, and all of your concentration on the same. Last breath. And then bring your knees together. Let's come down on your backs. As you come down on your back, I want you to just bring your knees to your chest and rock back and forth and around. Go one way with your knees and then go the other way with your knees. And then as you come back to your neutrals place, squeeze down a little tighter and wrap your arms around your knees. If you can grab opposite elbows, you're going to do that, and you're just going to squish down, squeeze, and let all those internal organs get a little piece of your mind. Keep the left knee up by your shoulder. Extend the right leg all the way to the floor. Move your hands down that shin. Clasp your hands and reach around your shin bone and pull that leg down, down, down. Really feel the side body and your abdominal organs on this side get a good squeeze. And then the other side. Reach around the right shin and your left leg extends. Squeeze down tight. And then both knees are going to come back up. You're going to reach between your knees, grab your feet or your ankles, whatever you can. And as you bend your knees, rock back and forth. Just start some little happy baby stretching right here. Squeeze down a little tighter. And then let's extend the right leg. Just reach out to the side and see if you can. You don't have to touch, right? You don't have to grab your foot. If you've got the flexibility to do that, great. Otherwise, as that leg comes straight and out towards the side, you can support it with your hand. But see if you can't get a deep stretch in your inner thigh. And then bend your right knee, extend your left leg. One more breath as you just extend, exhale and release, release, release. Bend your left knee. Both feet, both ankles are outside of both legs and just open up. Bring your feet together. So use your hands, push your legs together. Bring your feet towards the ceiling so they're parallel or with the ceiling. Make sure your hips are on the floor. And then just begin to bring your toes towards you, right? Reaching your toes towards the floor. If you can grab them, that's fine. You're just going to really work the backs of your legs. So the more you breathe and the more you drop those toes towards you, the deeper stretch you feel in the back of your leg. all the way from your ankles to your hips. Let's pause here for one more breath. And then bringing the soles of your feet together, we'll take the same thing we did on the floor, sitting up on your back. Bringing the soles of your feet together, grab for the outside of your feet and just bring them down towards you. One more breath here. And then bring your left foot onto your right thigh. And we'll get a little stretch in this left hip, right? Deep stretch in your piriformis. So the foot's going to come down. The hands are going to go through and around your right leg. And then breathe in. And as you exhale, bring that right knee back towards your head. Two more breaths. Each exhale is going to bring it back a little bit more. And there's going to be some of you that have a little extra to give here. And you're going to take that knee just out to the right a little bit, deepening the stretch in your left hip. The other option is to bring this foot down further on your leg as you bring this right knee out and back. And then release that. And let's switch. So release your left, bring your right leg onto the left leg. Reach around and grab it and give a nice tug. Begin to feel the stretch in your hip on the right side. Take a big breath in, soft, slow exhale out as you bring your knee further back. And then you can deepen it on this side the same way. The right foot's going to come further down, and the left foot or the left knee is going to go out a little bit and then back a little bit. Focus for a couple breaths here. Deepen it. And then release. Squeeze down a little bit and rock again. And then bring your feet to the floor. Widen your feet so that your feet are on the edges of your mat. Drop both knees over to the right. One more stretch now for your left hip. You can feel it in your psoas, down into your thigh. I want you to drop your knees as far as you can and then bring up your left hip a little bit and really stretch the psoas. And then let's go to the other side. Knees come back through center, knees go over to the left. Begin to feel the stretch. So you're dropping all the way over with your knees, and then begin to lift your right hip up a little bit and drop that right knee and open that psoas even more. And come on back. Let's do that to the first side again. So bringing both knees over to the right. Start to feel the stretch, then lift the hip and deepen the stretch. And come on back through the center. Last time. Bring your knees over to the left.
Drop them as close to the floor as you can. Feel your hip open up, and then you're going to just reach up with that right hip and deepen. And come on back. Knees up to your chest, pull them down, rock side to side and around. Bring your feet to the floor, lift your hips up, and take your hips over to the right. Now your knees are going to come all the way to your chest and come all the way to the left. Pause to align your legs so that they're in a 90-degree angle with your thighs parallel to the top of your mat. Your shins are parallel to the side. Reach out that left shoulder, drop the right. Open your hands. And then if you have a little extra to give, you can turn your head to the right. Take another breath or two on this side. And then move your head back to the center. Bring your knees up, 1 foot at a time on the floor. Hips come to the middle of your mat. Hips go to the left. Knees come to your chest. Knees go over to the right. The right shoulder scoots out. The left shoulder drops. The arms are wide. The knees are in your nice 90-degree angle. Breathe in and turn your head a little further over to the left if that feels good. One more breath on this side. Head to neutral, knees up, feet down. Hips to the middle, and then take your inversion. So if you have a block, you can use that. A book works. Your hands work, right? You can put your hands underneath your sacrum and just bring your feet up. Once you get into this posture though, release your belly muscles and release your legs. Release your shoulders. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the breath. Feel your chest rise and fall. One more breath. And then bend your knees. Put 1 foot down at a time. Hands come out, blocks come out, books come out. You are working your way into a Shavasana. Let your legs stretch out and flop open.
Release your heels to the floor, your legs. Hips are heavy, sink in. Soften your belly. Relax your shoulders, arms, and hands, your head, your forehead, your temples, your eyes, your cheeks, and your jaw. Just breathe. Feel your chest rise and fall. Slowly and gently we'll come out of your Shavasana. Wiggle your fingers and then your toes. Rock your heads from side to side. Deepen your breath, let your belly rise and take a nice big yogic breath. Let it out nice and slowly. Begin to bring your knees up to your chest, rocking over to the right side. Pausing in your embryo pose. So pull your knees up and round your back and tuck yourself into that pose. Take a moment to think about the intention you set for your practice. And then decide whether that's a good intention for your weekend, or if you'd rather, set a new intention, thinking about what will make you peaceful, calm, and grateful as you move into your weekend days. And then slowly and gently pressing yourself back up to seated. As you come back up to seated, we're going to finish with our usual Om. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you all because I want to be able to hear it too. Okay, so as you unmute, or as I unmute you, take a nice tall seat, and let's just do one Om, but make it just as spectacular as you can. Make it so you feel it all through your body. So take your hands wide, take a nice big breath in, reach up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale to chant. Perfect. Thank you all for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you, Dana.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Take care.
Thank you, Dana.
Namaste.
Thank you, Dana.
Stay safe.
Thank you, Dana.
Have a nice weekend.
Hey guys, from the VA class, we miss you.
Missed you too.
Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Bye-bye.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hi.
I miss you.
guys. How are you?
Thanks, Dana.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend, you guys.
Two.
Good weekend.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Dana.
Bye.
Miss
Thank
you.
you.
Miss you.
Thank you.
Hey, Rob. So nice.
Hey,
Hey,
Rob.
Veronica.
Miss everybody.
I know.
Remember, Bevmo delivers.
All right, Henry.
Hey, Henry.
Hey.
I didn't know that.
Governor stopped all sales of alcohol in California because consumption is up 65%. Maybe that was an April Fool's joke, but I don't know.
I
I don't think so.
pretty sure we're adding to that.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Right.
Bye.
Love you.
Take care.